I'm Emma and I'm in 5th grade.
I'm Hope and I'm in 5th grade.
I'm Maddie and I'm in 5th grade.
I'm Ashley and I'm also in 5th grade.
I'm Gabriel and I'm in 7th grade.
And this is Bronco TV
Jr.
Hello and welcome to Bronco TV Jr. I'm Maddie along with Ashley, Hope, and Emma.
In this week's episode, we will interview middle school science teacher Mr. Cropsey and from Toronto, Canadian principal Miss McDonald.
We start with my aunt Kristen McDonald, who spoke to us from the school in Toronto down the street from the Rogers Centre, where the Blue Jays play. What school do you work in and what is your job title?
Wonderful. Well, good afternoon, students. And Mr. Doyle, I thank you again for having me. I'm really excited to be here. And this is a wonderful opportunity for all of you as well. And I think when you learn a little bit about what school is like in Canada, you're going to see how lucky you are to have this opportunity to run this TV show. So again, my name's Kristen McDonald, and I'm the principal at 2 schools in Toronto, Ontario, in Canada. One of them is called Lord Lansdowne Public School, and it is a kindergarten to grade 6 French immersion school. So all the students in that school speak French 100% of the day until they get to grade 4. And then in grade 4, 5, and 6, they get 40 minutes of English instruction in the day. My second school that I'm a principal on is on the 3rd floor of the building I'm currently in, and it's called Da Vinci Public School. And it's what's called an alternative school here in Toronto, and it provides different programming. So we're a kindergarten to grade 6 school as well, but we're a much smaller school. So whereas Lord Lansdowne has over 300 students, Da Vinci only has 60 students. And the difference there is it's an all English school. They don't use any tech, like none, zip zero, no screens. And they spend most of their day learning outside. I know, I can see your faces. What? It's true. They spend most of their day outside, at least an hour in the morning, another hour after lunch, and another hour at the end of the day. And on top of that, they do really cool handwork. So you can see in the background, I have some weaving and knitting and felting that they do. So that's where I work and that's what I do. So we have junior kindergarten here. I think you call it pre-K there. Yeah, so we go from junior kindergarten to grade 6.
What is your day-to-day like in your school?
All right. So the first word I wrote down when I got this question was busy. It's a very, very busy day. It starts early and it ends late, but in between, it's really, really fun. So my day usually, like I said, I get here really early to make sure we have teachers to cover every single classroom because, people get sick sometimes. After I do that, I check to make sure that all the learning spaces are nice and clean. They're set up for the day, and I make sure that the snack is ready for everyone. Once I finish that, because we are a downtown Toronto school, we're like right at a main intersection surrounded by big buildings. I do a safety walk outside because we have lots of different types of people in our community, and sometimes they spend their night here on our schoolyard. So I do a big safety walk to make sure that the schoolyard is clean and safe for all the students, and then the day gets going. So I like to spend the mornings outside welcoming all the families as they arrive. And that way, if anybody has any tears or you all know what it's like, some days mornings are rough, right? So I like to make sure everybody has a good start to their day. And then once we get everybody into the building, we then do announcements. I check in on all of the classrooms. I deal with, those little problems that come up. We all have arguments from time to time with our friends. And then I spend some time on my computer doing planning for the teachers because I want to make sure that the teachers get really great training so that they can be the best that they can be for their students. Then once lunchtime comes, I supervise the classrooms. I check on all my kindergarten classes to make sure everybody's eating and they're not just talking. And then I go outside and I play with the students for a little bit because that's really important as well, because I need to make sure I get all my kiddos on their buses and out of the building for the day. And the very last thing I do is I go around and I make sure that anybody who's left playing on the schoolyard lets me join in for 5 to 10 minutes of play before I jump back onto my computer to do some paperwork. The biggest joy I get out of my job is you. And even what I'm doing today is seeing wonderful human beings like you committed to bettering yourself and your school community. So that's what I like to do.
How is school different in Canada from the US?
But one of the biggest things I think is different is the way our schools are funded. So here we get our funding from our provincial government. Okay, so the provincial government gives all the money out to the schools, and I get an allotment based on what we call, it's kind of a silly expression, but bums in seats. How many students are actually in my school? So then that's how much money I get for that. Also, because I'm a French immersion school, we get a little bit of extra money because of that. And then that's how I run the school. Besides that, we focus on reading, writing, math, and also that character development, just to make you a good human being, like I said. The other biggest difference I was thinking about, I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Ashen, but here in Canada, and especially in Toronto, really focused on what we call our calls to action for truth and reconciliation. So we're really committed to honoring the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples who were on this land before us and who allow us, I always say, to live, learn, and have fun here. So, for example, Toronto is covered by Number Treaty 13 and a treaty called the Dish with One Spoon. So this, what you see today, is my wampum belt. This is basically a representation of an agreement made between First Nation peoples and Europeans saying, the dish represents our land. We will share everything that's in there, and we will only use spoons to take what we need and no more than that. Why do you think, Ashton, why would we use a spoon instead of a knife or a fork? What's a little bit different there?
Like, instead of fork and knife, they're kind of like spears.
That's right. So a spoon is gentle, it's peaceful, and it allows us all to dip in to the bowl together. So I would say that's one of the big differences too.
What do you like about working at your school?
All right, Emma. So I think it goes back to what I said at the beginning. I have an incredible community here. And I think I'm also really lucky, kind of like all of you in Bronxville. Although Toronto is a big city, my school is a little community within it. And so we all live close to the school. So I get to see my students like walking to and from school or on the weekend when we're out and about. And even some of them live like right on my street. So when they come trick-or-treating next week, they come by and they see me. Are the relationships I get to build with the students and the opportunity I get to see them as like little 3 and 4-year-olds in JK, just learning to like read and write and figure out their letters until they leave in grade 6 and they're independent human beings with a voice that they're proud to share and a lot of great skills that they want to show off. The students run up to me and they're like, Madame, because that's what they call me, Madame McDonald. I want to show you my work that I just did. Or they're really excited to read a book to me. That is the best part because it means that the 6 hours that they're spending in this building, which is a lot, has been really valuable and impactful. So in Canada, we use the word university. College is a different type of schooling. It's still what's called post-secondary, meaning you go after high school, but our college courses are shorter and they're more hands-on. So if you want to learn a skill. When we go to university, which I know you have there, it's a different type of program. So the first university I went to was York University, and I got an honors Bachelor of Arts in history and French. And then after that, I went to Teachers College at the University of Western Ontario, and that's where I got my qualifications to be a teacher. And then after that, I went to the University of Toronto to get my master's of teaching. I don't really need that, but I thought it was really important to learn as much as I could so I could be as good of a person for my students as possible. Yeah, outside of school. Well, I would definitely say that I love music and I love live music, especially of all forms, because it just fills my insides with a certain sense of je ne sais quoi when I hear musicians just come together and they make sound that makes sense because like I can't do that. So pretty much if there's live music to be seen in this city, I'm out and about checking it out. All right, fun fact about me. So I am the auntie of Madeline and Aiden McDonald in Bronxville, and I'm so incredibly proud of them. And I do have to say to all of you, since you're here, thank you very much for being so welcoming and making this transition a good one for them. Who do I know is going to win Game 7? Toronto's going to take it tonight. Look out my window. Everybody has Blue Jay stuff on. You can't tell because it's a little dark, but even I'm wearing a blue dress, and I'm not even a big baseball fan, but I've been watching the games. Like, it's hyped like mad in this city right now.
I want to thank you so much. This has been wonderful. Thank you to Maddie for helping to set this up. And we wish, even though Gabe, I think, is rooting for Seattle, I wish Toronto good luck tonight. And we wish you good luck in your whole school year.
Thank you, and all the best to all of you as well. Thanks again, Mr. Doyle, and amazing. I'm so impressed that you have this available for your students. So take advantage of all these opportunities, everyone in that room. This is a really, really special thing that you get to do. Have a great afternoon.
And our next interview is with the new middle school science teacher, Mr. Cropsey, who turns out to be an expert on Broadway.
Hello, I'm Gabriel Kozlowski. I'm in 7th grade and I'm here with Mr. Cropsey today. My first question for you is, where did you attend college and where did you grow up?
So I grew up at Pleasantville. I was in Pleasantville for the majority of my life, and then I went to college at Manhattanville University, majoring in biology and double minoring in music and musical theater.
What does Mr. Cropsey teach you?
He teaches me life science. Right now we're on the cells unit. We have 6 units. Our first unit we completed, it was
about classification, right?
Oh yeah, classification. Right now we're learning about cells, and we're using microscopes to look at cells under high scanning and medium power.
Can you give us one vocab word that you've already learned?
DNA.
So DNA is in the nucleus, and it stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. We'll talk more about that when we get into genetics a little bit more, all right?
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm in 5th grade. Where did you work before Bronxville?
So I worked in 2 different school districts before I came to Bronxville. I worked in Pleasantville as a special education mathematics teacher in the high school. And then I worked at Blindbrook High School as a special education teacher for the 9th graders.
I'm Ashley. I'm in 5th grade. What do you teach at Bronxville, and what impressions do you have of the school so far?
So I teach 7th grade life science here in the middle school at Bronxville, and the impression has just been absolutely amazing. Meeting all of you as students has been incredible. Working with my colleagues in the science department as well as the middle school has been absolutely a wonderful experience so far. And I'm looking forward for what's more to come.
Hi, my name is Hope. What hobbies and interests do you have?
So one of my major hobbies that I love doing is musical theater. I've done it all throughout high school, did a lot of training with voice, and then once I got into college, I also threw in some piano. I had 3 years of experience with piano, so it's been a huge part of my life and made me the person that I am today.
What's your favorite musical?
Oh, this one's a tricky one because it always changes depending on what my mood's going to be. I think my mood right now with seeing shows on Broadway would be Come From Away. It is a beautiful, beautiful story. It's very emotional, it hits very real, but that's the whole point of the art, is to have that emotional sense too, along with telling a story.
Hello, my name is Maddie and I am in 5th grade. Tell us one fun fact about yourself.
So I want to go a little bit more into what I've been able to do within my musical theater time and a little bit more of what I've been doing there. I've performed in a bunch of different shows, and I think one of my greatest accomplishments that I've had as an artist is that when I was in college, I had to write a whole 45-minute musical theater recital, something that people that are in that do college in musical theater do, where I had to do 10 musical theater pieces, singing, and then I did a little bit of piano thrown into it, wrote a whole big script for it. It's been one of my major accomplishments as a musical theater artist. Sort of a whole review of my time at the school, sort of bringing a whole character development in the sense of like being a shy individual that I used to be, and I still kind of am, but then showing how my time in college, how my time as not just a student but also as a performer has changed me to become a more outgoing and more professional adult that I am today.
Where's the DNA word?
The patriotic table of Broadway musicals.
What musicals do you see on here?
I
saw
see
Wicked.
Wait, where's Wicked?
Music.
Where's Wicked?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
There's the Sound of Music. There's
Ashley, what's your favorite musical?
Harry Potter.
I think it was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child
Same.
because the effects were just like so.
It was really
like
good.
good.
Did you see it on Broadway?
Yeah, it was really good.
I have two, Hamilton and the Cursed Child.
I like Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia? Mr. Crofts, you can't pick one here, right? You got too many?
It's hard, because my favorite that I performed was a chorus line.
Okay.
I'm not the best dancer in the world, but I was in chorus line. Was Come From Away. Like some of those ones, those were really fun for me as well.
We got some good artists here.
Yeah. So I have to do some invasive species projects, right? Anyone know what invasive species are? Yeah, what is it?
Animals that come from another country and they either hurt plants or kill plants. For example, the spotted lanternfly.
Yes.
Like step on it.
You have to step on it. Why? Why?
Because if you kill them, then that particular lanternfly either can't lay babies, and they can kill trees, and that one also cannot kill trees.
2.
Thank you, Mr. Cropsey. Many students at Bronxville have pets. Our beloved pets bring us love and many hours of running and playing. Here are a few of our favorites. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time on Bronco TV Jr.